Guys, it's Drew again from Hiking with Epilepsy. Today we're going to be testing out a couple pieces of gear. I got a new stove sent to me, courtesy of Expedition Gear. So thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. And a knife that I've been wanting to showcase. It's the Mora Bushcraft Black. It's the Mora Black, the Bushcraft. I didn't get the leather sheath. I have the one that came with it. I think it's a poly sheath. It's a beautiful knife. I'll be going over both those items today, so stick around while we go ahead and hike on out. So, collecting wood, the process will not be hard at all. Now, I did get a pound, I think it was like a 10-pound bag of wood pellets at Lowe's. My wife this weekend. It cost us like $6, $5. So, normally, I would go ahead and use that for these kind of tests because it's more of a reliable fuel source. Let's see, this is where a bridge once lived. Not that it's hard to cross, but I'll go back in here. If you watched my video on the silky Gomboy, you'll kind of get an idea of where I'm going, but wow. Look at all that recent pillwood. Yeah, a lot of down trees. That's recent. That wasn't here. So right there is where I filmed. This is the spot where I filmed for the Gomboy. Literally right here. And wow. Surreal to see that it's almost unusable. Oh, man. This is the area that was flooded out. I was telling you guys about. I'm literally getting through because it's all swamp by walking on branches. I don't know where we're gonna set up. That's where I was planning on setting up, but that's the exact spot I was at when I was filming the other day. I guess wood won't be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to keep moving on. Whoa, almost fell there. I'll keep that in. Thinking blooper reel. I'm like, yeah, I'll keep it in. The shoes are soaked. Look at that. Because see that? That's basically what I'm walking in right now. Just a full swampy area. Trying to figure out where we can set up and do this. Okay guys, this is Mora Black. It's the Mora Carbon made. You can see it's made in Sweden. I don't know if that zooms in there, but this is the Mora Bushcraft. Comes with this sheath. Beautiful knife. Just show you how well it processes. So, a lot of people complain this is not a full tang. This is. This is not a full tang blade. I think it's 3/4 tang. That'd be better. Yeah, better. There we go. So, as you can see, it can baton pretty well. And this is off Windfell. That was over about a click or two from our current position. Pretty dry wood. As you can see, we're having no problem processing wood. So I'm just gonna process this for now and show you guys my next toy. Thank you, Silky Tomboy and Mora knife. Got the wood processed. I have a couple spare logs under here, just in case. But we're gonna go ahead now, and I'm gonna show you guys this thing. Okay, so this is the budget cook kit I was talking about. I'm getting it on Amazon for like 14 bucks, I think. And it comes with a lot more than what I have in here, but well, actually a little less, because I have a pot and pan. It's hunting season, so you're gonna hear shots going off. Take that pan out. The pan's about, I would say, 6 inches. I fried many of eggs and bacon on this thing. I keep it nice and clean. And that's at the bottom. And then I have my lid, my clean cloth, and my stove, and my pot. So how I measure out is with the Sea to Summit cup, the Sea to Summit X cup. So I can measure my exact amount I want to use. And today we're having coffee, so that don't really matter much. But here is the device that Joe from Expedition Gear sent me. Thanks again, Joe. This little stove is quite interesting. So I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but I'm pretty sure it's a knockoff of the Lasada. Sorry, Joe, that's what it looks like. I don't know which one came out first, but basically how it goes together, you pull this bottom piece out, that piece slides down, and this just sits right on top there, just like that. Just like that. So it's got the vent holes at the bottom, and you put it in right there. Now I processed way too much wood for this thing, but it's got this little pot support here, and as you can see, they do bend in and bend out. They're pretty solid. Just gotta find nice, there we go, nice flat piece of even ground. Let's go ahead, take a look. So we're gonna go ahead and fill that with some of this wood here that we got processed. Maybe I'll have to process it down a little bit, put some of the smaller pieces in. Some sticks in too. All right, let me do that. I'll process the wood down a little bit tinier, and we'll get and fill this thing up. Funny thing happened. I forgot my cotton balls and my Bic. So thankfully, I do have, I believe it's here. Oh, it is. Yeah, I came back to the bench because it was too muddy out there. I couldn't traverse much further. I had my ferro rod, made a feather bundle. Filled this thing up with some sticks. I got some extra sticks to feed into it, and I can always just process them down, but I don't think I'm going to need that much. We'll see how long this thing burns for. But let's go ahead and get this fire started with the Mora. Okay, just for some good measure, put some of my TP in there, because I didn't forget my TP. Hopefully this will be enough to get this thing started. So let's, there we go. Using valuable TP. As you can see, I'm still learning, people. But I got flame. And I should catch that feather bundle. Yep, There we go. We got a pretty steady flame going, so I'm gonna go ahead, fill this boy up. And have some tea while we wait. Once it's ready to take, that piece there. See, in the gasified state, it's almost clean burning, but it's not fully there yet. It's on one side, but it has to burn on that side. Until we get a nice even burn. Keep feeding it sticks. Sure is cool on a little stove. This fire is brought to you by Mora, which went above and beyond processing me wood and getting me a fire. Much appreciated, Mora. Look at that thing burn. Now we're starting to get that. The sides there and the gaseous burn, even flow around that side. Once we get that spread to the middle, we can go ahead and throw the pot on. Yeah. Wow. It's down so you guys can see. Okay, now we got a really nice burn pattern going. So I want to keep feeding this thing. Throw a stick in there. Feed it. Keep feeding it little sticks. Not that I need to. But now is $1 million question. Can it boil this whole bottle of water? Well, looks like flame needs more air. That's the one thing I'm not liking about this thing so far. I don't know, Joe. I guess I got it going pretty good on one side. You got to get a good even pattern. It seems like it chokes out. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't think it's going to have a problem boiling 2 cups of water at all. Guess my issue more or less lies in I guess my issue more lies with how much soot is it going to put into my pot. It's actually burning pretty clean. Not too much smoke. So to me that tells me that it's either choking the fire out, which it's not. You can see that. Only smoke when I put it back on. But we got a very good flame pattern, so it is doing well in that gaseous state. And you can see it's hot down there. So now that I lifted the pot off, we're getting smoke, but beforehand we weren't. Assuming if I just take this off again, look at that flame. Oh yeah, we got nice heat inside there. So I forget my I forget my fire starter, and I'm able to do it with everything I have around me, so not bad. Oh, and this processed wood is also brought to you by the Silky Convoy, which if you haven't seen my review on this thing, you should check it out. And when I finally found out what this function is good for, hold on. There we go. This function is obviously other people who are more experienced know. I never had that with my Corona, but if you're standing up and cutting down, that angle works well, very well. So, as you can see, I do practice what I preach. It's getting smoky. Let's give it some air. Look, I take that off there though, right? And there's like nothing, nada. That's a nice gaseous burn. Look at that. And that's just off of materials gathered from the land. So I do like the pot, that I will say. But am I 100% of a fan of it? No. I am confident with the wood we processed, thanks to the Mora, that we should be good to get my coffee. Now it is late. The sun's going down. So I don't think I'm gonna use all this wood, but I'm not gonna waste it. I will leave it here, leave it aside, come back for it. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I gotta figure something out. But we will, ladies and gentlemen. We always do. Oh man. I guarantee there's gonna be soot all over my pot, but that's all good. It cleans up easy enough. The real challenge of this thing is it gonna boil the water? And look at that. I think we know it will. The next matter of business is coffee or tea. Which one do you think it will be? If you guessed coffee, you were right. It's definitely coffee. Without a doubt, I'm double shotting. Oh, looks like we got a boil. Almost. I hear it. Starting. I know this is a relatively long video, guys, but when someone sends me an item, especially someone who's trying to get their business started, it is up to me to properly utilize and review that item. You guys notice that there's next to no smoke except for like right there. This thing's a wood gas burner, and I believe it because usually, you know, if I put a pot on top of something and I'm wood burning on my little pots, I usually do get a decent, sometimes I'll get a nice clean burn, but I do get some smoke here and there. But here, oh, this is hot. Boil. Beautiful. And look at that. You guys got to witness the inaugural use. Still boiling over here. So cool. I know. What's so cool about boiling water, Drew? Well, come on, guys. There's a lot cool about boiling water. Yeah, look at that gaseous burn. Now you can see it really well. I'm not going to feed any more wood into this because I do want to go home. I don't want to have to sit here for this, wait for this thing to go out. So I'll cut back. I have a timer on my phone. I'll let you guys know how much that little pile of wood. Now I'll explain how much wood I used. Exactly. I used the Silky to split. Was it 7? Yeah, no, it was 8. 8 of these little pieces. Split them down the middle and stuffed them into here. Broke about, I don't know, a couple sticks, and that's what I used, and some leaves and some old man's beer. That Mora, so well balanced. I just chuck it down. Look how well it just stuck right into the ground there. Oh, and the don't let the sides fool you. They are sharp. They are very sharp. And this thing retains a really good edge. I've whittled a walking stick and 3 spoons with it so far. Rendered, I don't know how much wood I've rendered with this thing, but if you guys are looking for a decent budget knife, I would consider the Mora. made in Sweden. It's a beautiful knife. But I'm gonna go ahead and just sit here by the fire, guys, and just relax until this thing burns out. So I'll let you guys know below how long this thing ran for. But it is starting to get dark. And I love being out in the woods on an autumn night. Whoops, blooper reel. Now we'll keep that in there. Okay. And again, came with this poly sheath. This video is not sponsored by Mora, nor is it sponsored by Expedition Gear, but this was on Amazon wish list, was sent to me as a gift by someone awesome, and that was sent to me. It wasn't even on my wish list. It's just, anyone who watches the channel knows I'm a huge fan of stoves. So very cool wood gas burning stove. Look at that. See those side little vents there, the little squares? That's where the it goes into gaseous form and it clean burns. It's really just clean burning. That thing's like it's kind of reminds me of like the Whisper Light Universal, you know, like that flame, or like a jet, or like a pocket rocket, just how it's shooting up like a rocket. See that? That's craziness. It boiled water really fast. I didn't even keep track of time. I just wanted to see, you know, how quickly it would do it, and it did it in, I don't know, maybe 6 minutes. It's pretty fast. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna make my coffee. Been ranting on now. I'll let you know how long it burns. I want to sit here and relax by the fire.